today, basically just covering a few things. Mainly my skulls that I've been selling, and I wanted to make sure everyone is focused when they're purchasing their skulls. I want to make sure you guys are actually working them the right way. Typically, when you purchase something from me, I don't include instructions with anything. I mean, if you're going to be dealing with magic, then you should have basically some kind of understanding when it comes down to magic and what your goal is when you purchase an item. So if you're going to purchase an oil, I'll typically let you know what you can do with it. A lot of times my oils are very strong, and I don't know what you're allergic to. So I do tell you sometimes do not put it directly on your skin. So I'll tell you mix it in an unscented lotion, mainly an unscented lotion because a lot of times, when you mix it into a regular lotion and someone gets a whiff of the scent, they'll realize you have it mixed down with something. But if you have an unscented lotion and you add a oil to it, like say you add my passion oil to an unscented lotion, and you're trying to create that passion in a relationship within someone that you're with, he or she won't know exactly what you have on. They'll get used to the scent. They'll start, when you're around and certain things, that scent heightens their senses for you and what you want them to be attracted to. So in this situation, it'll be passion. So if I'm going to wear passion oil, I'm going to put it inside an unscented lotion. I'll possibly put it in my bath water as well. I'll dilute it because, sensitive skins is a lot of what people have. A lot of people have sensitive skin when it comes to certain herbs and essential oils. And when you directly place that on you, you can, get a rash or different things. Nothing may happen, but just to avoid it, especially my fairy wall oil, I recommend you not to put that on your skin. That's some really hot shit. My destruction oil, hot and bothered, broken. A lot of my oils that are worked in a negative way, I would definitely tell you not to put them on your skin at all. And more than ever, the hot foot. Like if you're going to be hot footing someone at work and you purchase the oil from me, I'll give you an outline. You can put it on the doorknobs. You can also get the powder and you can put it in the building around them. What I have done also as well is put it at the bottom of my shoe and then go into the place where I want this person to be hot footed and basically stomp out that powder all over the place. The intent is not for you to be hot foot. So a lot of you will possibly say, oh, well, I'll get hot footed. No, you won't. The intention is for this bitch to be driven away. So if I'm going to go into her house or her building, when I'm in there stomping my feet away, all of that is in my mind. That's my main focus. So when a lot of you go, how can you have intent and do this? You have to learn to focus and pay attention to what you want to happen. So if I want you gone and I go in your building with the hot foot at the bottom of my shoe and I'm stomping this all over your carpet, all up and down the stairs, putting it so I can basically trace it all through where I want you to be hot footed out of, then my intent is going to be, listen, I want this bitch out of here. Every time I stomp my feet, drag it out, I can have a full conversation with you and my intent is somewhere else. You don't know what I'm thinking. You don't know what's on my mind. So yes, I can smile and nod and have a conversation with you, but in the back of my head, I'm saying everything that's needed to get you hot-footed out. So you guys have to learn to focus. A lot of you are beginners, and that's wonderful. That's great. So for those of you that want that type of stuff, you're going to have some type of understanding on how to use oil or powder. Obsession is pretty obvious. What does obsession powder do? It makes your partner or target that you're working on be obsessive with you. And in many cases, they'll start looking for you more, calling you more. They're on your case. They're on your back. They start feeling, if you want them to feel more in love, because you can have an obsessed person that doesn't necessarily love you. And a lot of you don't understand that. You can have someone that's obsessed with the fact of just wanting to be like you and do everything you do. That doesn't necessarily mean they're in love with you. They just want to be like you, So you may have a friend that she likes the way you dress. She's becoming obsessed with you, period. With your shoes, with your wardrobe, with your looks, your hair. She's not necessarily in love with you, but she's just creating, situations for herself where she's stepping over the line and wanting to be like you so much that she's getting way too personal into your life. Following you, checking in on your phone calls, who you date, because secretly she wants to be like you. She wants to live a life like you. She's not in love with you. You understand? She just wants to be like you. She wants that. So in a situation like that, you wouldn't necessarily call her a jealous person. She's not jealous. She loves everything that you have going for you that she doesn't. And she's making herself become obsessed with your everyday activities, your family. She's around your family more. She's at your job a lot. She's just becoming obsessed with the whole you. And then you will have a situation where you have a person that you've been with in a sexual relationship and you want him to be obsessed with you. When I work my obsession candles, oils that I make for you, jars, lights, full spells, I tell you exactly not to play around with this, because it's a serious matter when you don't want to be bothered with someone and they're at your door at 5 o'clock in the morning waiting for you to come outside. They no longer want you to see them. They want to see you. They want to see you leave. They want to wait for you after work. They are becoming obsessively in love with you. They want everything of you for them. They will stop everyone coming around you. They will block anything that they feel is good coming into your life. They will stop it because they'll intervene into them. So they'll start following you places, showing up places. They'll start doing things that you need to be cautious of what you're doing. Like, if you typically go to the gym at a certain day, if you leave to work at a certain time, if you come home at a certain time, even hanging out with friends and going on Facebook and placing where you're at. Like, all of that stuff you have to be cautious of, because this person is creating intense feelings of wanting to be with you. Their love is growing. And if you reject them and you stop answering their calls and you show them, or they feel like they're hurt, they don't stop. They come around more. They honestly do. So, I've spoken on the obsession before, but when I do have time, I'm going to make another video showing you how to work with the powder, how to work with the oils, how to work with the herbs, and how to blend it into your other workings, honey jars, and different things like that. A lot of stuff is self-explanatory as far as my lights. I explain to you what a light is. I create the light. A lot of times, I will make the full candle. Everything except for the glass, of course. The wax, the herbs, the oils, all of that. I hand pour it into an 8-inch. It depends on what size light you want. I hand pour it into the candle, it'll cool down. Your petition sometimes is in there. I have stopped putting them deep inside of the skulls because sometimes they'll show up somewhere midway and then they'll start to burn. So sometimes I just put them at the bottom. Once the candle begins to settle and start hardening up, then I'll place the petition directly at the bottom. So you'll have no trouble at all burning it. The herbs are all placed into his head, all over the head. So you'll have no problem or trouble with herbs actually catching a fire. Oils are placed into there. It all depends on what you want. So when I set the light for you, I will pray over it on that day. A light is not prayed over every single day. It's set upon my altar to continue to move the energy, the spiritual, whatever it is that you want done. So say you want a light prepared for steady work. So I will create the light. Your photo will go onto it. So that's why I do ask you for a photo. I don't need any personal concerns for the light. And then I will write on your light. It will be a full petition on your light. I'll write everything that I feel needs to be, for that particular situation. And as far as this, it'll set for either 5 days. I have some for 7, 9. I have some really, really huge ones, and they last like 12 days. Now, they're supposed to be 9-day lights, but they last 12 days, and that's burning at a good steady pace. It's a little smaller than a 14-day, but it actually lasts longer than a 14-day because I work with some 14 days and they burn 9 days. burning at a good pace. They don't burn as long as you would say. They don't go for 14 days, no. So it just all depends on the situation. So anyway, so I'll light it. I'll pray over it on that particular day. Set on my altar for spiritual energy, for guidance, to move your situation. And for the remaining days, it stays there lit. I do monitor it because I need to make sure everything is going well with it. I have a book, and I'll write down how things are going. Burning steady, high flame. Some of your candles break sometimes, pop, and they shatter everywhere. Once that happens, I'll immediately notify you within that week and let you know your candle did break. I'll immediately give you a report on it as well, because sometimes I'll be setting a light for you. I'll be doing a service for you, and something happens within your life. Something happens on that particular day or that week, and the energy shifts. And once your energy has shifted, and the aligned energy that I have going for you, and they clash, sometimes you will get a break. Sometimes there's still blocks around you, and you need to cleanse properly. You need to stay protected. A lot of you don't listen to what I tell you to do. When I tell you to actually take that bath for 7 days and light your protection candle for 7 days and keep your cleansing candle going for 7 days, you don't do it. You email me, you call me, I had something to do today, so I've been, busy for the past 3 weeks. So I haven't been able to do nothing. So, of course, things happen. No one is to blame but yourself. I'm not going to take any blame for anything that you guys are hovering. And, you try to send that to me, because I don't want to take in any negative energy. I don't. If I give you specific directions on how to do something, it's best for you to do it. When you email me, a lot of times asking me about stuff that's on YouTube, as far as a bitter bitch spell, lime spell, it's best to just message me within YouTube for that. It makes no sense to waste your time and mine to ask me, should I work this lime spell? Well, what's your situation? You leave all of that out. You leave all of that out. You don't even know what your situation is half of the time. Just message me on YouTube. I check my YouTube like every 1 to 2 weeks. And I'll go through it, and I'll answer the questions that need to be answered. When you message me back and you even say, I like your video, I'll say thanks. Sometimes I don't get to. I have 300-400 emails within the YouTube to send back, and it's hard to do that. And it's hard to do that with everything else that I have going. But I do get it done. I do respond. So it's best, like certain things like that, to just keep it on the YouTube and my messages and stuff and your comments. I reply back to you. As far as consultations, now, a lot of you want me to consult with you on an issue over and over and over and over. I cannot do that. Once I have consulted on a matter and I've told you, get a reading, work this spell, work this candle, then you need to follow that. Now, a lot of you want me to give you a full spell. I do not do that. I'm a professional worker and spiritual consultant, spiritual advisor. And besides that, I can give you some good ass advice, period. Outside of that. So if sometimes you really want some advice on a relationship, on love, on, bettering yourself, empowering yourself with money and finances and, blessings and getting your family together, you can email me and I can help you with that. But when you email me, you ask me for a consultation, it's covered within that 3-day period. I try to get back to you guys within 3 days. Sometimes I do miss an email, because when I reply back on my iPhone, I'll usually draft it. If I'm at work, the message will get drafted. It'll be saved. And if I need to look over it later, then I'll send it later when I get out of work or when I'm home. But a lot of times it won't see the reply arrow onto it because it's already drafted. So a lot of them won't have that because they're in the drafted folder waiting to be sent out later on. And I'll miss an email because I think I covered it already. All you have to do is just resend me the email. That's it. No need to be upset. No need to get all angered. I'm just one person. I'm one person trying to basically save the whole world. And a lot of you try to throw so much on my shoulders and you get upset with one email. For my consultations, I will consult on your issue. I will tell you what you should do. And this is what you should do without a reading. Now, if I tell you to get a reading and you go, can I bypass the reading? I'll tell you, sure. That is your option, but I did tell you need a reading for this particular situation. Now, if you say I'm going to bypass the reading, Majichan, will he love me and come back to me? I don't know what to tell you after that, because I told you to get a reading. Those are questions for a reading. Should I leave him alone? Reading. Will I get my money back? Reading. Will she break up with him? Reading. Is this spell the best spell to work on her, to make her to leave him and to make him come back to me? Reading. If you're going to destroy someone and break them up, you have to bring him back to you. It doesn't work like that. If I have left the destruction into your hands and I have made you a jar, right? These are my jars. So you typically get a jar like this. I have another size too. There's 2 jar sizes. So my dry destruction jars had every single thing that you guys could imagine that's needed in there in powdered form. Don't ask me what my recipe is, because I will not share it. Okay? I'm not a beginner. Okay? Looking to share with you my newfound spells. This is shit I've been doing for years. Okay? I've been doing this for a really, really long time. I know what I'm doing. I have a lot of experience in it. Making it happen, not making it happen, and then finally you find a path. So, but you know what? This is the best recipe. This is what's going to fuck people up. You work the dry jar. Okay? You work the skulls together. These are my black destruction skulls. Herbs and everything are at the bottom. Okay? Everything is embedded in there. So you'll have your destruction jar. Okay? Just pretend, for those of you that are, don't have no imagination, pretend that has the herbs in there, everything, the powders, everything. The destruction herbs, powders, it's a dry jar. Everything is dry. Okay? I send it like this because I do not want to be sending you a jar with total destruction in it through the mail. Okay? No. And and when you add in the liquids needed, it's a fucking bomb. It's an explosion waiting to happen. All of these ingredients, you have to transfer them into a larger jar. So when you transfer them into a larger jar now, you're adding in everything that's needed. His hair, her photos, anything you can get your hands on. Okay? If you can get your hands on a wig that belongs to her, a lace wig, a hat, that's even perfect. So that's why a lot of you ladies, when you get rid of your lace wigs, destroy them, cut them up, rip them to shreds. Okay? Burn them. Whatever you can do. Human hair, you're going to rip it all out. And then as far as the caps and everything, burn it up. Burn up the cap and throw some bleach on it. Take it to a trash can where you don't even live. Because let me tell you something. If I want to fuck you up and you throw a lace wig out, oh, that's a lifetime of fucking your head up. I will fuck your whole life up with that lace wig. So get rid of those things, ladies. Okay? Toothbrushes. Even sometimes used clothes. Like, I could take advantage of a lot of different things because of what I've learned and what I know. But me teaching you, I want you to take advantage of a lot of different things as well. Okay? I want you to have a full understanding, even for you beginner witches, on what to expect when you're going to start working a spell, how to work it. A lot of times you want to work with the moon. I understand. Listen, get your shit together. Okay? If you need to fuck this bitch up after work and it's Friday, do it. Don't wait. There's no reason for you to wait around while she's fucking you up. You're unprotected. You got to stay protected. You got to stay cleansed. You got to keep yourself focused. I don't need no one to comment in there to let me know, oh, they need to stay focused and protected. I say this all the time. I don't need you to tell me, oh, it'll come back at you. We know that already. We're at that point now where we know. I tell you, we know. Okay? We know it can happen. It's a possibility. But I fucking feel like if you deserve this shit, I feel it's going to all hit you. I don't feel shit should be coming back to me because you started first. And when you're in love, you don't give a fuck sometimes. So it's like, okay, I'm in love with him. You in love with him. Only one of us bitches can have him. What's going on? What are we going to do? He can't make up his mind for shit. What I'm going to do, I'm going to work a fucking spell on his head. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay? I'm going to influence him. Influence him to be with me. So when I influence him to be with me, I only need one skull. You can use a red skull. You can use a pink skull. Or you can use a yellow. Right? You can also use purple, but I don't want to force any aggression. Because if I'm going to use a purple compelling skull, I feel like it will be more an aggressive matter. So I want to influence him, and I want to work a honey jar. Let's pretend this is a honey jar. The honey jar now will serve to sweeten him and influence him. But why not just have an influence jar, period? So let me show you an influence jar. You can do this. This is the influence jar. The influence jar has every single thing that you will need in there to influence him. You can turn it upside down. You can keep it with your honey jar. You can also work a regular honey jar. You can have your influence jar, and you can have your skull. A lot of times, you know, you guys want to have a little bit of everything combined. So my influence jar will be here while I talk to the skull at night, lighten it up, and my candles. I will work with yellow candles on the honey jar. I will work with yellow candles mainly on the honey jar because I want to continue to influence him as I sweeten him to me. I want to work his mind to open up changes. I want him to see that I am the better woman for him. While I am doing that, while I'm doing this all and I'm sweetening him to me, to come to me, I'm going to also work some lights. I'm going to set some red lights to come to me. I'm going to also, you know, depending on what I lack in the relationship, because you may have a relationship, but there's certain points, holes in the relationship that needs to still be filled. Now, he may be a man that's, you know, he's a great lover, but he may just be too quiet. You know, he's not opening up to me as much as I want him to be. I'm not getting the communication needed. So I will work a communication candle on him, on the honey jar, to help open up our ways and communication and speaking. And I want him to, you know, trust me more. I want him to tell me more. So I will work. You can work with white. You can work with yellow. You can work with blue as well. And you can work a communication oil. And you're going to place it from the bottom to the top. You're going to work it on a honey jar. You're going to work with your influence jar. Your influence jar, you can burn candles on it. You put some aluminum foil just on the top and burn it on it. And you can work it like that. Or you can just turn it upside down. But everything is in there that's needed to influence his mind. To help me influence him. To help him sweeten me. To influence his mind. And help him to leave her, to make a final decision. I want his mind to be open to things as far as being with me, staying with me, you know, and only having one woman. I don't want him to have no other woman. I don't want him to feel like he has to go back to her at any point in time necessary. While you're working all the good points, sweetening, lighting your candles, honey jar, skull, influence, there's more that you're going to need to do because now you got them. Take 2 skulls. And this is a destruction jar candle, okay? Herbs and everything are inside. It looks a little bit more gray because towards the end of the wax, after I made these two here, the color started to get a little lighter. So the remaining of the wax I poured in here. It'll be darker if I make it for you. So what I will do is inside of here, I'll make a hole and I'll push it all the way down with a wooden stick. A wooden stick is going to be your best friend, especially for magic and candles. And I'm going to get a petition. I'm going to roll the petition. I'm going to put it all the way down in the corner. I want it to stick in the sides because anywhere close to the wick, as it burns, it'll burn up. And you don't want your petition to be burned up. Then what I'll do is this skull will be for him. So her photo will be in there of disgusting, hateful words. And this skull will be for her. And his photo will be in there. Okay? So I'm going to light this. And I'm going to also work a destruction jar. Right? Let me just show you the jar. Actually, the bottle. So when I do a destruction bottle spell for you, I had another size jar that was really good to fit everything in, but the manufacturer doesn't make them anymore. So this will be your typical. This little bottle will fuck up someone's life. I don't sell them like this, but this is what I, So basically, the two skulls to turn each other against each other would be turned to the back. I want to turn them away from each other because I want them to separate any kind of thoughts that they have connected to each other. Each and every single day, this candle stays lit. You need something that's going to center you. So if you do have you don't have to use this size candle. But, if you're going to be working it into your own ritual, and, I want you to learn how to create your own rituals and create your own words for your spells. You don't necessarily need to say Psalms, and you don't necessarily need to say something someone else has said. You can say what comes from your heart. You work in the candle, you could work a 7-day candle, you can keep that lit. These skulls everything is in these skulls, okay? So herbs, photos, petition, you don't need to do nothing. In the case where you do buy a plain candle from me, you need to get a petition at the bottom. Some herbs need to be stuffed up in there, okay? When I make my skull for you, it is made specifically for that situation. I'm turning the heads against each other. I don't want no kind of connection at all. The destruction jar has to be shaked and shaked and shaked and shaked. Now, I do 9 days. Why? Because I've been doing it for a very long time. 9 days is more than enough time. Plus, it's impossible for me to work 30 days for you guys on a destruction jar when I have other things that I have to do. 9 days is a great time. Within this time frame that I'm doing this, right? You have the option of not to do what I do. I don't really understand things, and they ask me questions that make no sense. And it's like, I'm hoping we're all adults. I'm hoping we're all over 18 and we can understand a conversation. If you're a little bit younger and you're watching my channel, I know you're, curious. Because when I was that age, I was curious as well. I wanted to know a lot of things. And, there was no channel for me to watch. There was just a lot of bullshit on the internet. And anything else, basically had to do myself and see how results would come forth. So back to my stuff. So I'm working the bottle every day. You will be burning a series of black candles with your destruction jar. What you have to do when you're burning it all, I swear to you, she just starts talking sometimes. I don't even know who was talking to her. She's just talking about stuff. And anyway, back to what I'm saying. And mind you, my iPhone is all the way behind me, okay? That no one can touch it. No one is near it. But, of course, got to be a little spirit probably want to play with my iPhone. So back to my spell. Okay, so they're turned against each other. Everything is in there to make them have destructive thoughts. That petition on there specifically is going to be dealing with the thoughts that they're going to be having. I place his photo in her head because I want her to think nasty about him. I want her to have the thoughts of not even wanting to look at him anymore. And that's where you will separate their heads. The destruction jar, you'll basically be working this. You can work it on a plate. Say right now you're going to be working it on something like this. Alright, so you'll be working it on something like this. Black candles will be formed around in a whole circle. Just giving you an outline. Okay, it's going to be a lot of heat. A lot of heat along with the jar. Or you could burn one black coach candle every day with destruction oil, broken oil, hot and bothered oil. And you're going to do that from top to bottom with the names of both of them on each side. And then you're going to cross out each name. Like just exit out after you've done it. And then write across everything that you want to happen in between them. So you'll be writing down, hate each other, break up, fight, curse, have the cops being called. Sometimes when shit gets so crazy and the cops come in, sometimes that's the best thing for you to write down. You want them to be so separated with their thoughts and the feelings and emotions within each other that if authority has to come in between them, that's going to make it even worse. And that's what you have to do. Write that shit all down. Okay? At no point in time necessary will these two face. You're going to light your black candles around it. I'm just giving you an outline of what you can do. What I physically do, this is my stuff. I can't share that with you. That's why I tell a lot of you keep asking me, oh, I need spells on how to do this. I don't do that. I can't, unless I'm sharing it with you, I cannot give you a page out of my spell book and tell you, here, use this. You got to learn that, okay? Learn to create your own rituals, your own spells. I'll give you an outline. I'll tell you how to do certain things, but create them. This is what I want for you guys. I want you guys to learn to create your own spells, your own words. You don't need the same words that I'm going to use. Create your own. You're fucking them both up. You're working that jar. You can work that jar longer, so then you'll get a bigger candle. And you get a bigger candle because you need the energy of the light to help you to continue to push forth to this breakup, to this destruction, to the hate that you want to cause, to the malice. You want to work this jar sometimes until they are fully broken. You can do that. You can also work the jar for 21 days. Okay? And you'll light a candle for 21 days. And you will need 21 black candles, 4-inch candles. And you'll light those every single day to help the spirits, because spirits will assist you, even though you will not be calling upon any of them. They will still guide you. Certain spirits will still come forth to you and help you and aid you in the breakup. So regardless of you guys saying, what spirit do I work with, who's going to come forth, a lot of times, your spiritual guide will help you. And certain spirits and certain spiritual realms and doors will be opened. When you're working at night and it's quiet and you just feel that cold breeze and, you're hearing papers being rattled and everyone is asleep, and lights are flickering. Those are all the spirits letting you know I'm there. It's a lot of stuff that you open yourself up to when you start doing spiritual work. Sometimes you have that gift. You're born with it. It's in your bloodline. Sometimes being a normal witch, you may not have to deal with that. But when you open up a lot of different paths and stuff, a lot of different things start happening to you. So when you are going to destroy two people and you're going to work their head to influence them to be fucked up to each other, work every single possible realm that you can. Use it. Take advantage of it. You want to destroy them with the candle. You want to destroy them with the bottle. You want to destroy them with the skulls. You want to even make mojo bags to destroy them, and you can throw them on their property. You have to understand that if another woman, because a lot of times it is another woman. That's a lot of times when you're breaking up two people is because of another woman with your man, or another woman with the man that you want to be with. There has to be cause. I'll do a reading on you, and I'll see if I can assist you. To the black skulls. So you'll basically be setting up your skulls like this. You'll be working at every single angle. When you are working on your black skulls as well, you do not necessarily need to do it like that. When you're breaking up people, you could work on one person. If she is the main issue, let's work on her. Let's influence her head first. Let's influence her with a yellow skull to leave him. Let's work her that way. Let's sweeten her up to another man. Let's move her along to focus on love and attraction. Let's make her believe that he is not giving her everything that she wants, that she needs, that she desires. And let's basically make her walk out on him, giving him no reason as to why she wants to leave, giving him or her. I mean, if you are a gay woman, then you could work on your woman as well. This yellow skull is actually for success, but yellow is for influence as well. The orange skull is for opening your roads. So let's chat a little bit about what they can do. First, we'll talk about the purple. Now, my purple passion skull. A lot of you, I've worked my purple passion skulls. I work passion lights, and along with my oils and candles, and you've been getting great success. Now, I got a comment. Oh, I'm curious to know why you use purple. Why not use purple? Why not? Okay, purple is used mainly for power. Okay, control, to compel someone, to gain access into someone's life, and to make them bend, against their will, and constrain them. And purple can be used to indulge, to move situations, to also pacify a situation. And using the purple passion, I wanted the lover, the target that you're working on, to feel, to give, actually, because the problem is there's a lack of passion in the relationship. A lot of times you have relationships, you're having sex with somebody, that doesn't necessarily mean they have passion for you. And a relationship and sex without passion is just like bam, bam, bam. It's nothing. That you don't feel nothing. You want that. You want to be in a relationship where you're actually feeling something. You want this person to feel some kind of passion. You want them to give some romance. You want, a lot of you say you want lust. And understand that if you just want lust, you cannot get no love from that. Don't confuse the two. Lust and love are two different things. You can have many men lusting after you. That doesn't mean they want to be with you. That doesn't mean they will ever fall in love with you. They lust after your body, your looks. Sometimes they just lust to just have sex with you, and that's it. Now, the reason for my purple passion skull is to help to influence the lover to basically change his ways and what he gives you. Okay? He's not giving you any kind of passion at all. You want that power. You want that restraint over him. So I use purple. I mean, you can use pink, yeah. But why not use purple? I mean, a lot of times you guys question me like I'm a beginner. I'm not a beginner. I've been doing this for a really long time. I've been professionally working for people for many years. So my channel and maybe the context of it, and maybe some of you just don't pay attention to what I say. A lot of my clients need a lot of different things. So on a daily basis, I have to come up with a new oil, a new type of skull, you know, a new mojo, a new kind of candle, just a new ritual period to service many of you. So when I wanted to create the purple passion, I wanted this lover, I wanted him to be indulged in the fact that he can be all over you and give you the passion needed, and also a heightened sense of romance when lovemaking is you know, existing between you two in the sheets. I want him to give this to you. He's not giving it to you. Okay? I wanted to, in a sense, control his ways when it comes to the passion. I don't really want to compel him too much. I don't want to force that thought on it, because a lot of times a lot of you get confused with what you can actually do for a lover when it comes to love and bringing your lover back. There are forceful ways to reconciliation. There are forceful ways when it comes to love, and when you get a idea on every single aspect there is to bringing your lover back, a lot of you want to forcefully, you know, like you want to entrankle your lover to think about you 24/7, to be with you, and, you know, to just can't sleep, can't eat, and, you know, drive himself crazy, basically. I have an endless thought skull that I have created, and it doesn't act as entrankle to where he won't eat and sleep and all of that, but he will be feeling everything thereof as far as thinking about you 24/7, to the point where he has to move on it. He will eat, he will sleep, we won't disturb his livelihood and his nature as far as taking care of himself and being healthy over trying to get back with you, because then you'll have an unhealthy partner. But, you know, my endless thought skulls, basically every single memory that you have created with this man, every single goodness, all the good things, all the good that you have had in the relationship, we bring that back. That's what we bring. We bring that. When I say we, I mean me, I mean you. I work on services for you, and I also always tell you, let's focus on you working on some stuff too as well. So a lot of times, a lot of you want this partner quick. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. If you are new to magic, then you may think results happen in 24 hours. No, it doesn't. Our results don't happen like that at all. So when you're going to pay someone to spiritually work for you, you may start seeing results quicker than you possibly seen. Some other spells that maybe worked, they may slow down. They may not be moving as quick. And then you may get some services work that nothing happens. That's not the fault of me. That's not the fault of the spiritual work. Just understand, some things spiritually do not work. They may not move at all. Sometimes you may have a spell done 6 months ago. You know, you may be breaking up this man and woman. And, you know, a lot of times, a lot of you are really, really fucking impatient. You know? You can't even wait for a fucking package to come to your house. You just order some shit. Oh, is my package ready? No, it's not ready yet. I'm one woman. Trying to work 100 orders, 100 readings, do 100 services. You have to give me time to do this stuff. I cannot rush to do this for you. And then when it comes to you having results back, you guys, you have serious problems. Let the shit work. Let the shit work. Emailing me every single day telling me, oh, I haven't seen no movement yet, and it's been only 24 hours. That's not going to work. Every hour, he hasn't done nothing yet. He hasn't called me yet. You don't have no understanding of magic. You don't. You're not giving things a chance to work. I don't know where you guys or who you was working with before, but if you're going to get work done and then expect that he automatically turns around within the light of that candle, it doesn't work like that. A lot of you light one candle, and you think it's going to change. No, it is not. It does not. If I'm setting lights for you on a weekly basis, you have to do other things to get this movement going. You can't just set one light, and then be done. Oh, I haven't seen nothing done with that light. You cannot honestly just have that mindset. I've explained this many times. The results don't work like that. You're not going to blame me because something has happened in between that. A lot of people, they grow stubborn. They do. They resist to the work. Okay? So when you want something happen and you get a reading done 2 or 3 times and it has given you the same answer, this person, this is what they want. They don't want to move forward with you in that direction. They want to actually pull away, and you continue to work on a person and nothing continues to change. Then this is something you have to consider. Okay? Consider it. When you're working something for yourself, I cannot give you an answer as to why it has not happened yet. This is your work. Okay? You have done it. You want to know when the bitter bitch is going to kick in. Get a reading done. I cannot answer 100 emails and then do a free reading for you and tell you, well, hold on, I'll do a free reading. Don't worry about my time. It's not as precious as you think it is. I'll do a free reading for you. I'll do a free spell, and I'll bring it back in 24 hours. That shit don't happen. That's unreal. Okay? So if you find a spiritual worker that's doing that, I don't know where her mind is at. She may not be a spiritual worker. She may be the devil in disguise. Okay? That is not what I do. I have a way of doing things. I have a way of how I set up things and how I want everything to run together. That is why I schedule everything. This is why I have to make videos sometimes and interrupt me explaining, what the skulls do, because I get so many emails sometimes I can't even answer them because you guys are really, really, really impatient. Yes, everyone spends money on what they want. Everyone. I spend money on what I want too. Just because Johnson & Johnson lotion, my skin dry, you think I'm going to email them and tell them, listen, what's going on? I expected this lotion to keep my skin nice and soft and look at it. I'm dry now. What's going on? What am I supposed to do? A lot of emails. What are the results? What is the expectancy rate? What happens with your clients? Don't ask me stuff like that. Don't ask me things like that. Don't ask me, questions and then expect me to give you a direct answer to shit that it just don't make no sense. In order for me to know if it's going to work for you, you need a reading, okay? And then second, you need to actually start the work. A lot of you're just talking. You're not doing nothing. There's no progress. None. So how can I help you if you're asking questions that basically, lead around to you basically wanting to have something done, possibly getting something done, but you're not doing nothing at all. If you're coming to work with me, let's start a clean slate. I don't want to hear about the other worker. That's the last thing I want to hear. What I do tell you, I'm sorry that happened. Because I am. Because I want everybody to get some good results. But don't throw that on anybody. It's bad to do that. It is. It's like me going to get my hair cut and telling her, listen, the last person fucked up my hair. They didn't do a good job. I spent $300 on my hair. It didn't come out the way it did. I don't like the color. It feels brittle. It's damaged. What am I going to expect from you? Are you going to do a better job? Fucking complaining. I'll tell you, get the fuck up out of my chair. Go find somebody else to do your hair. People don't like that. I'm being honest with you. People don't like that. I hear a lot of stories from my other spiritual worker friends and they tell me, listen, the complaining is what throws me off. They don't even give me a chance. And some of you don't. You don't give every other spiritual worker a chance. You automatically complain. Because you've had bad information. Because you were told to put, your lover in the freezer and expecting them to freeze and stop doing this. Because you were told to bury your lover, to ground them. Because you were told all the bad information. Put them in a heart of a chicken to make them love you. All this fucked up information you were told, you are now turning against every other spiritual worker that's there to help you. And honestly, if you're going to come at me like that, I will never work with you, ever. I'm going to kindly tell you, maybe it's best that you purchase products and work on yourself. Because your expectations and what you want and what you need spiritually, some of you expect way too much. When you're getting the results, you're fine. You're all happy. Everything is good. It's oh my God. It's a new world being created when he's calling, when she's texting you, when y'all going out on dates. But the minute that you can't fucking work your own breakup spell, right? The minute you can't get your own fucking candle lit, The minute you haven't fed your fucking mojo bag and shit turns around on you, you get mad. You start complaining. When shit was going good, it was okay, right? Now when shit's not going your way because of you, everybody got to suffer the hell. It's not fair. It's not. I won't work with you. I don't want to hear stories about what they did to you. I'm going to help you cleanse. I'm going to help you remove all of that. And if I tell you that, that's my guarantee to you. That I'm going to help you. My guarantee to you with my products, with my services, with my spells, is that we're going to make some shit happen. Okay? That's my guarantee to you. Don't ask me what's my guarantee for a spell for you, but you haven't paid for one fucking thing. Okay? You don't even want to get the reading done because you want to bypass it because you feel like you know everything. So, if you are not going to come with an open mind and an open heart to what someone else is willing to do for you, then you're going to stay stuck. And this is with everything that you will deal with in your life. It's hard for you to move past that. Move past that shit. Let's jump over that. And let's try to move into a different direction to try to get things going for you. I can't help you if you're stuck. I can't. Okay? I'm trying to be positive with everyone, and that's what I do. I don't have time to give you an attitude. I don't want that. I feel so strongly about attitudes, about energy. Like if I go somewhere and I just feel your energy is off, I will not go near you. I will leave the store. I will not shop at your store. I will not buy your food. Okay? I feel that type of way. And a lot of you, I try to help, but a lot of you are hard-headed. You don't want the help. You don't want to change. You want spiritual work, and then you start complaining about shit. Why the fuck are you complaining? Do you want the help? Because when you get the help and everything is going good and smooth, the minute you don't get that fucking phone call, the minute he's not stalking you. He's not stalking you for 5 minutes. Magic, he hasn't stalked me today. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Should I just fucking end my life? What? What? Have you guys seen the fucking emails that I get sometimes? I just, it's like, I don't know what to think sometimes when some of you send me crazy shit. When you don't get your way. Oh, I did a lot of stuff to be with this person, and I did a lot of spiritual services. I don't understand why they just change. People change. People do whatever the fuck they want to do sometimes. We can't control that. You wanted to be with this person. You got what you wanted. The minute they turned on you. And said, listen, I don't want to be bothered today. I got stuff to do. You're turned off. You need somebody to blame. Don't turn your ass right around and look in the mirror and blame yourself. Because when you're working to spiritually change someone, work on you. Change you too. The attitude you are giving this woman. The aggression. The control. You're supposed to change that as well. You can't continue to be the same person and then try to change this person. It doesn't work well. That's why when you're working like with a skull, I always tell you, listen, don't try to fucking influence nobody and be a fucking asshole. Don't be an asshole. Actually do it. Influence them. Talk to them nicely. If you're a fucking bitch and you're trying to influence a skull, which is a simple task, hard when you start doing it because you have to work it a certain way. The skull is your lover. This skull would be used for money. This skull would be used for success. If you want to work and change something for yourself, you can use, not success is right here. So this is success. This is open roads. If you want to open your roads, you can work an orange skull on your head, on yourself, and speak to the skull as if it were you. Guiding yourself with the information needed. I want to open my roads more. I need more help in just setting myself on clear paths. And actually doing what I say I'm going to do. Because a lot of people sometimes they say they're going to do something and they don't do it. So you want to end all procrastination. You want to actually work on a business and get yourself together. Then you could work on the success. You could work on a successful school as well. Now don't be confused. Don't think you're going to work a skull service to pass a test, okay, to get a specific job, to be more successful overall, and then you do nothing. You just light a candle. It doesn't work like that. You have to study. You have to work hard towards what you're still doing. Now, a skull service does not work in 5 days. after I have completed it in 5 days, that's the end of the service. But you're not going to see results in 5 days. You guys, I try to explain to you, and then you still, oh, well, it's been 5 days after you just finished the skull 2 hours ago. I haven't seen anything yet. Wow, goddamn. If I fucking work that fast, and as soon as my services are done, my fucking spells would be worth thousands of dollars then. Wouldn't they? If I can light one candle, and within 24 hours, a change is going to be brought about. As soon as I light it, and as soon as it's done, these shits would be worth fucking thousands of dollars. So you people, you have closed minds. You want everything to come to you. You're hard-headed. You don't listen. And you don't understand. I've been very clear. I've been precise on exactly what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, what it's working towards, and still you guys don't understand. If you are working on a man that you want money from, right? This will be him right here. In the middle. In the middle, the green skull, okay? So the green skull is fixed for him to give you more financial security within the relationship. If he is cheating on you and spending all your money in prostitutes, I'm just giving you an example. It's not a true story. If he's not giving you the love needed and spending all the money in prostitutes, on gambling, on drinking, and, drugs, this skull is not going to make him love you. It's not set for that. Okay? The purpose of the skull is for him to help you financially evolve. So the purpose would be for him to give you more money to financially help you. So if you are having problems elsewhere in the relationship, this is not the skull for you. If you want to heal, okay, you will work a blue skull. Blue skull can be used for peace, to keep the home and the activities quieted, no arguing. I have a house of peace oil. You can work that with the candle. You can work my healing oil with this candle. It's all, the oil is embedded inside, but you can add some oil. When I ship your skulls out to you, they're always oiled up. And I also stuff the eyes, and I stuff the nose with herbs. So when you receive your skull and you're going to be working on healing, you're working to heal your issues. Your heart, it hurts. You are suffering through some pain. Sometimes it may be a physical situation. And mentally you just need more ease with it. Now, spiritual work is not an answer to the suffering. If you are diagnosed with something, if you are suffering through pain clinically, and you may have cancer, you may have problems, arthritis, and certain things. Spiritual work is not the answer to it. Now, I've known of many people being healed with spiritual work, but don't be misguided and automatically think, as soon as I light this blue candle, my pain is going to stop. It doesn't work like that. That is not how it works. When you're working with a healing candle to heal your body and your pain, you work with your doctors as well. You take your medication as well. The healing will come from the mind to help center you, to help lessen the pain mentally. If you can control your mind at a certain variation, this is how you will control the pain in your body as well. It is all mental. It is all mental. Because a lot of people, they are in pain. But guess what? They can control how, they look. Their emotions. A lot of people, you see them, they're in pain daily. But they have to go to work. They got to make their money. They got to take care of their family. And they will look like the happiest person. Because they have learned to sustain and control themselves. The pain, they're keeping it at a certain level. When you work with a skull, this is what your goal is. Is it a guarantee? No. That is your goal. Your goal is to do that. There's no guarantee with anything in life. So to specifically ask, is there a guarantee with magic? No. There's not. You will see a point in your life when you start working magic, especially beginners. Beginners, when you start working magic, you start seeing so much different fucking things happening for you. But you guys take advantage of the wrong things. Money will start rolling in, but you guys won't keep it steady. You won't ground it. You won't let it stay with you. You start spending it crazy. you'll start seeing a lot of new boyfriends coming around, new girlfriends, a lot of jobs is back and forth. So much new shit is going on, and you're not taking advantage of actually working it in a good way, keeping it. And then when it all is gone, and all your money is dried out, boyfriends have left you, you don't have a job, you're upset. Why the fuck are you upset? You wasn't doing anything to keeping it. You was throwing spells out there. You were getting results. Your energy was clear. The spirits were attracting to you. They were clinging to you. When you first start working magic, spirits love new people. They love that energy. You understand that when you're going to work with spirits, because it's spiritual work, so understand this. Even if you do not call upon any spirits, they still will be around you. You may not see them. You may not feel them. But lighting a candle, you wake up a new energy. That's a new spirit that you're waking up. Someone has lit a light for me. I need to go help somebody. They assist you. They watch you do things. They watch how you do things. Who you do things with. And they assist you in giving you all that you need. So when you're a new spiritual worker, even if you're just working for yourself, you will start seeing a lot of things happen. Positive things. And you're not controlling it. You're letting it all come in and you're letting it all flow right back out. And the key in being a great spiritual worker is having control. Okay? You have to have control over everything that you do. You have to. Because when you start working with certain spirits and you know your level and your energy and how good your hands are when you start working the magic, you have to control what's coming in, what's going out, who is coming in your life especially is the most important thing. Okay? Now the results, they will vary. You can control a vast majority of the results you're going to control. You know why? Because you're going to get readings on everybody. You're going to do readings. You get these readings done. You tell them exactly what it is. And they will have an expectation as to, okay, so this is what possibility is going to happen. Now, readings do change. When I do a reading for you, if you ask me in a one question reading, right, does he want to be with me? And I tell you in the reading, because mind you, I've said this, usually when I do my readings in the beginning, I'll say past, present, and future. There's all those three always surround each other as to the question and whole. Now, when I do a one question reading, I'm not digging up his life from 5 years ago to see what has happened. That's not a one question reading, okay? I'm giving you your answer. That's why I ask you to be specific. I'm going to be straight to the point, and I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. He doesn't want to be with you because you slept with his best friend, and he hates you, and he will never be with you. Straight up. It'll be more detailed, but that's basically the majority of what you will get. A straightforward answer. Now, I've told you why he doesn't want to be with you, because you slept with his friend, and he hates you. So he will never be with you. So if I have told you this, and you decide to work a honey jar on this man, you decide to set lights on him, you decide to work heavy rituals on him, and you want to know why he don't want to be with me. What did I do wrong? Well, I told you. You slept with his best friend, and he hates you. Those are the key points to the story. When you read a story, you want to know what's the key points. What's going on in the story? Well, what's happening? Well, he doesn't want to be with you. The reasons, the key points, is because you slept with his friend and he hates you. So don't listen to what I say. Listen to what I say so you can have a full understanding. There's no reason for you to purchase. And then for you to tell me, oh, so I shouldn't work. So should I still work on him? What should I do? I mean, I'm gonna have to bypass that question. I'm gonna have to not answer, because I want you as adults to have common sense. I honestly want you guys to have common sense. I want you guys to really, really just pay attention and just listen. Listen. Now, a lot of you are going to start working for the first time, and you may not see nothing happen. 6-7 months have gone by. You haven't seen shit happen. You got attitude. You hate the fucking world. And bam, out of nowhere, shit start turning around for you. Stop being so eager when you do spells. Do them. Work them. Have fun doing them. And let them be. Set it. Forget it. You can work with that method. You can. I work so many fucking destruction jars, and you guys will have no idea. And the amount of emails I get when I hear the good news. Oh, Magic, it's been some time now. I haven't messaged you, but so much fucked up shit has been going on. They've been killing each other. He's clawing out her eyes on a regular basis. She's kicking him in the balls. They've broken up. It's just so bad, and I'm just so happy. It's good to hear that type of shit. Now, I may get an email. Oh, Magic, it's been 3 months. Nothing has happened. I don't know what to do. And then a month later, bam. Oh, they broken up. I doubted everything. I was negative. And, finally they broken up. I guess it's just the timing and the frame on when it would happen was why I was just so eager overall. Let shit happen. Give shit time to manifest. Honestly, you have to. There's some of you that will work magic and you will absolutely get no results at all. None. Nothing will happen. You won't get a movement. You won't. Nothing will turn around at all. And that happens. That happens. When I first did a spell, I told you guys before, I did a spell. I'm going to actually try to do it tonight and post it up after this video. It was an apple spell. I was a teenager and I didn't even really like him. But, I guess I just wanted him to be there and I wanted to see if I could do a spell. But I really didn't like this boy. I wasn't interested in him like that. He was just a boy in college with me and I just wanted to just see what I could do. So the spell was I had to get an apple, cut it in half. I believe I had to cut it directly in half and then put his name and my name in there and then tie it back together. And that was it. That's what I read online. Nothing happened. I didn't have any intent. I didn't have any direct focus on it. It was like, at the time frame, do it and I guess it will happen. I didn't know what to expect with magic then. But believe me, I wasn't upset with anyone. Okay? It was my first time trial. I used to always burn candles. Yes. That's something I love doing. So I used to always burn candles. And I got so good at doing it. And I started understanding if I give intent and I be specific with exactly what I want, maybe I could see something different. And this is what I began to do. Now that fucked up apple spell that I first did, honestly, the instructions that were given and how to do it, it wasn't really nothing much. Cut the apple in half and write your name, his name tied together, and you will be binded to this boy. What the fuck was binded at the time? I had no idea. I had no idea at all. I didn't know what it meant. But I tell you guys now, when I have 100% full understanding, I've been doing this for years. Trial and error. Okay? Learning what's a good spell. Learning what's a good oil. I make absolutely, positively every single thing that I need. And I've gotten really good at it. And I've gotten skilled at it. I've learned the herbs. A lot of you email me, what books are you reading? I don't read no damn books. I don't got time to sit down and read no books to see what other people think about herbs. I work with the herbs. I figure out what it does. I went to school for a lot of different things. I've majored in a lot of different things. So getting my bachelor's and my master's degree, it's like, okay, but, now I'm basically a witch. Work your skulls, create your rituals, be specific with your intent and what you want, and watch the universe and the spirits turn everything back around for you. In my next video, I'll show you my apple lust spell, and I'll be more detailed. I won't have nothing much to say. I haven't made a video in a while, so I had a lot to say. Like, subscribe, and stay blessed.